Hey everybody, it's Anita with Better Love Movement. So today I wanted to talk to you all about participating in your own heartbreak. So if you're watching this on YouTube, which you probably are, I would love it if you would subscribe to this channel, and I would also love it if you would hit that bell icon so you could be alerted whenever videos like this come out. Because right now it's happening at random. I don't always know when I'm gonna do it, but I want you to know about it so you can head on over and check it out. Okay, so ladies, a lot of you are participating in your own heartbreak. What does that look like, you ask? That looks like meeting a man and 2 weeks later, moving him into your house. That looks like meeting a man who has 5 children by 5 different women. That looks like meeting a man who is in and out of jail. That looks like meeting a man who is inconsistent, or meeting a man and having him come over to your house within a month or 2 of knowing him, having him meet your children, introducing him to your family. And all of these things are just behaviors. They're ways that you have that maybe you're not aware of, but you are in fact participating in what will probably be your own heartbreak one day. So remember, my ladies, you all are the gatekeeper. Nothing happens lest you let it. And so I'm doing what I'm doing, and I'm so passionate about what I'm doing because you have all the power. You have all the power, especially in the beginning, on the front end, and you're not using it. You are giving all your power away. And whether you're giving that power away because you're lonely, or you haven't dated in a long time, your clock is ticking and you want to get married or have a family one day, but you're giving all of your power away. Maybe you don't feel really great about yourself. Maybe any and every man that validates you makes you feel good about yourself. And if that's the case, that's a huge problem because it is hurting you on the back end. So that little bit of validation, that little bit of approval or acceptance that you're getting from a man, any man, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. My ladies, you must set the standard for your life. Only you can do that, okay? Only you get to set the standard. You get to decide if a man having 1 child or 20 children is too much for you. You get to decide if a man living with his mother, a man who doesn't have a vehicle and he's of age to have a real job and have a place of his own and have a vehicle, a man who refuses to take you out on dates, you get to decide if that doesn't meet your standard for you, for your life. And that's the thing. Men who don't meet your standard, I'm going to be honest, they're going to try to make you feel bad. They're going to try to make you feel wrong. They're going to say you're judging them, okay? No, I'm not judging you. Only God can judge you. But what I am doing is I've set a standard for myself in my life, and unfortunately, you don't meet it. Like, we gotta get stronger about saying that. There is nothing wrong with having a standard for your life, how you want to live, who you want to come into your life, how you want to be. That's all your decision. And so it's time to learn how to make good decisions. Remember, we are all the sum total of the choices that we're making. And so here's the hardcore truth. If you don't like what you got right now, if the man you're dating right now, you're not happy with, or you don't like your relationship, you don't like the dynamic of it, then now is the time for you to say, you know what? I chose this. I made a series of choices that led me to this. Or if you're struggling with dating, if you're struggling with meeting men that are suitable, okay? If you're struggling with men who are ghosting you or standing you up, okay, you've got to sit down and say to yourself, what am I doing or not doing that could have something to do with all of this, okay? You get to qualify any and every man, any and every person that comes into your life. And I don't want you to feel bad about that. I don't want you to feel like, oh, I've just got to accept any and everybody that comes into my life. No, you don't. You get to set the tone and the standard for your life. And no one is going to make you feel bad about that, or they shouldn't. So if that's something that you're struggling with feeling guilty or feeling bad or feeling like you're not a good person because you have standards and other people don't meet them, okay, that's your work to do. That's on you. You have to learn how to manage those emotions and those feelings inside of you. And so that's what you could be doing. So you could take a break from dating and you could work on strengthening yourself, strengthening that muscle that says, I don't know anyone anything, especially if I'm dating. This is a stranger. You don't owe him anything. Okay? You have the right to set the standard for your life. And so if you've been out on a date with a man 3 times, he's technically still a stranger. Like, okay, I don't owe you anything. I don't have to explain to you why I set the standard that I did. I'm just telling you that's my standard and you're not meeting it. We're not a good fit for each other. That's it. Okay? Practice this, ladies, because only when you're really comfortable doing this, you've practiced it over and over and over, will you get that muscle strong enough so that you can say this to men who don't meet your standard, to men who are not suitable for you. All right? But I'm seeing this too often. I'm seeing women participating in their heartbreak by making bad choices, by accepting bad behavior. And here's the thing, because we can't control another person, you can't blame that other person. You can't say, well, that other person is acting poorly. That other person is doing this or that to me. No, what you can control is you. You can say, you know what, this doesn't work for me. I don't want this in my life. I don't want to be a part of this. That's your power. Your power is in vetoing anyone who comes into your life that isn't a good fit, that isn't, coming up to your standard. So I want you to walk in the power of controlling the person that you have complete control over, and that is you. You don't have control over anyone else. These men out here, the men that you're dating, the men that you're in a relationship with, let go of that. You've got to let go of the fact that you can't control them. You need to control you. You need to work on you, and you need to make sure that you've set the tone, you've set the standard for what you will accept and what you won't accept. And then the hardest part of all is you've got to be willing to move away from anything or anyone that isn't that standard. That's it. That's it. It's so simple. I didn't say it was easy, but it is simple. And the more you get used to doing this, the more you get the practice in standing up for yourself and setting a standard and holding that standard, the easier it will become. And dare I say it, the greater the chance of a guy who can meet your standard, he's going to show up. That chance goes higher and higher the more you're willing to say no to what you don't want, then one day say yes to what you want. Okay? So ladies, I had to make this video for you because I'm just seeing too many of you being a part of this heartbreak that you're experiencing. Whether you're moving too fast, and that's 90% of you. 90% of you are moving way too fast. You don't know a man until you have spent 12 months, 4 seasons, talking to him, going out with him, FaceTiming him, spending time with him and the people in his life. You don't know him. He's a stranger. And I am hearing stories like, I've known him for a month and we moved in together. Or I've known him for 3 months and he needed help financing a car. Or he needed help starting a business, and so I helped him with his business. You don't know him. He is a stranger. And so, yes, he is someone you're getting to know. But these behaviors that I see you all doing, it's behaviors that, quite frankly, I would only do with my husband, not a stranger, not a man that I've known for 3 months or even 6 months or even 9 months. How about that? So I want you to think about this, like really take some of the things I'm talking about in this video to heart, because you have the power. You have all the power, especially on the front end. When you're just meeting a man and he's interested in you, you have all the power. Nothing is going to happen unless you say, yes, I'm allowing it to happen. You have all the power. So take your power back. Figure out what it is inside of you that is causing you to make these decisions, whether it's people pleasing, whether it's approval seeking. We have a lot of people that suffer from that, but try to get clear about that. Why do I want to gain the approval of this man that I don't even know? Why am I seeking validation from this man that's a stranger or anybody that's outside of me? Like, I should be feeling good about who I am all on my own. I don't need outside validation. It's appreciated, but I don't need it. And I'm not living my life in such a way that, you know, what other people think about me matters. Like, okay, I mean, what I think about me matters more. So take some of these things in the video to heart and keep listening, keep watching, keep learning, keep getting new information. There are so many great relationship and dating coaches out there. I happen to be one of them. And if you would like to work together, head on over to my website, www.betterlovemovement.com, and set up a free 15-minute consultation where we could talk and you can tell me a little bit about what's going on. And if you'd like to work together, I would love that. I love helping out my ladies to become empowered and to make good choices and to have good, healthy, happy relationships. So be sure and subscribe to the channel, like this video. I would so appreciate it. It allows me to continue to bring this type of content to you. And thank you for joining me for the video. And as always, stay open to love.